Meet Amna Maryam, a talented +1 commerce student from Kasaragod, Kerala, who has turned her love for learning into a source of inspiration. Coming from an Orthodox family, Amna has stepped out to embrace the sweetness of education, proving that courage and curiosity can overcome any boundary. A natural speaker with impressive public speaking skills, she excels as a class topper and finds joy in exploring the world through books. Known for her caring nature, Amna is driven to make a difference in the lives of others. Join her as she presents Turning Fear into Fuel, Overcoming Failure and Public Speaking, a talk that showcases the power of resilience and self-belief.
Good morning, everyone. Let me start by asking you a question. How many of us have given up on opportunities because of fear? Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or just the thought that I can't do it? Hello, everyone. I'm Amna Maryam, a +1 student at Hillsinai Finishing School, hailing from Kasaragod district in Kerala. I'll tell you my story. It all began back in 2nd grade when I was asked to lead the morning prayer in my school. My teacher chose me because I had a very good vocabulary skills. But guess what? I didn't even have the courage to try it. I let that chance slip by me every single time. Even though the prayer was only broadcasted in the class for grades 1 to 5 and nobody would see me and nobody would know that I am the one who is telling prayer, I was too scared to speak. Fast forward to high school, things took a very big turn. I joined a 3-year course where for the first time in my life, I had to deliver a welcome speech in front of my classmates. As the seconds ticked by, my anxiety skyrocketed. My hands started shaking, my knees felt weak, and I was convinced that I would faint right there at that moment itself. And my teacher encouraged me by saying that, just read from the paper, darling, you can do it. Somehow, with hundreds of mistakes, I managed to finish it. And my classmates clapped for the efforts which I made so hardly. That moment was my turning point. My teacher's words always stayed with me that believe in yourself. It was that day I decided not to let the fear control me. Talking about failures, let me make one thing clear first. Failure is not a weakness. It's not an end. It's a pause, a stepping stone, or a lesson. Yet when we fail, our minds are filled with thoughts like, what will my parents think? What will the society say? How will I ever face the people again? But here is the truth. Those thoughts are temporary. Those thoughts are completely temporary. They have only as much as the power we give them. When I first started speaking publicly, my mind was flooded with worries like, what if I mess up? What if I forget my lines? Will people judge me? These worries always held me back, stopping me from sharing my ideas and doing what I truly wanted to do. After then, I realized something is that failure isn't the end of the road. It's a sign that I'm growing, learning, and trying more. From that point forward, I made a promise to myself, and you all should make a promise to yourself, is that I won't let the fear control me. I kept repeating a mantra in my head is that no one is here to judge me. I can do this and I will do it. And even if I stumbled, I didn't let it crush me. I embraced my mistakes, learned from it, and got better ahead. One of my favorite examples of resilience is Walt Disney. Did you know he was fired from a job for not being creative enough? But that didn't let him stop. He turned his failures into motivations. He worked harder and he built an empire. He built an empire that inspires millions of people like us. His words always resonates deeply with me is that all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Now, how do we overcome fear and failure? First, start by changing how you see them. Failures are not setbacks, they are lessons. Each time you fail, you learn from it and you grow stronger. And when you face the fear of public speaking, remember 3 things. 1, it's not a test to pass. And the second one is you're not here to be perfect. Third one is you're here to connect, to share, and to grow. I'll repeat the third one once more because it's really important. You're here to what? You're here to connect, to share, and to grow. Looking back at my journey, I've realized how far I have come. Sure, I'm not that perfect. I still feel nervous while getting to the stage. But now it feels less like a trial and more like an opportunity to share my stories and to connect with people like you all. So, to conclude, if you take one thing from this talk, let it be this. Failure is not your enemy. Fear is not your barrier. Turn every setbacks into stepping stones and never ever stop moving forward. Fail, grow, and gain strength. Thank you.